Здорово, здорово всем. Мы продолжаем проходить Хогвартс Наследие. Значит, сейчас мы идем по главному квесту. Я так понимаю, нас сейчас ждет третье уже испытание.
Welcome back.
Спасибо. Я вот тут.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Ну. Что ж, придется. Наверное, надо ждать ночи и под...
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
Профессор Фиг. Надеюсь, он мне фиг не покажет. Потому что мне нужна помощь, профессор. Профессор.
You wouldn't catch me keeping one.
Why not?
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does?
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more. How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Так, хорошо. Это, конечно, необычно, но прикольно. Так, что мне надо? Мне надо... А, я и никуда телепортнуться не могу, потому что я того. А профессор вообще бегает? Это не будет странно смотреть, что профессор носится?
Professor, a moment of your time. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
Really? Why can't we talk about potions here?
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student?
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boys.
Now, to determine which...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the ministry.
What could the headmaster want?
С огнем играет, с огнем.
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you.
Headmaster, here, what could you want?
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course.
Professor, a word? Professor Black? Again, we could still have trials and a somewhat shortened
But the injury, Madam Cook.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason.
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over
A silly game. You are quite I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where...
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why.
What did we do to deserve him as a head?
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None. None at all. Move aside.
Такой директор носится по школе. По-моему, у меня сейчас только что дверь не открылась, я насквозь пробежал ее.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Нет.
Professor, a word, please.
Нет.
Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I'm...
Oh,
I've decided to give him a bit more,
leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's loyalists.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
I Well,
Good, good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley.
Вот все пристали ко мне. Дайте
a
мне.
wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
That ought to give Professor Fig some...
Scrope's as hard a worker as...
Ahem. Attention, students. I, Scrope,
Oh, greetings, Master.
remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
And now I'm telling you that you...
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right.
Master does remember.
It's pure...
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows,
Yes.
but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this...
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
Так, куда теперь мне бежать?
Revelio.
У вас все нормально? Основа найти снать за пределом... Понятно.
Accio.
Так, проберитесь в кабинет директора. Вот это по мне. Такое довольно прикольное задание. Бляха, без лифтов вообще сдохнуть можно. Ох.
Levioso.
Я уже устал. А как он-то бегает? Жесть, ты серьезно? Каждый раз поднимаешься вот так? Жесть.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones. Revelio.
Где-то здесь за углом, что ли?
Revelio.
А. Пиздец. Это жесть, пока до этого кабинета дойдешь. Крыша поедет.
Revelio. The gargoyle. That's where I need to speak the password. toujours pure.
Ну что ж, бежим.
I wonder if all the elite wizarding families have a motto. Revelio.
Охренеть, у него тут это. Пофигу.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are
И
finished.
такая вон эта картина
Has
рядом.
this been under the headmaster's nose all this time?
Средства для укрепления волос возле... Понятно.
Revelio. That must be the pedestal. Accio. Levioso.
Странно, почему я не могу это взять страницу. Ага. Левиоса.
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
I am here. In this place, you may call me Neve.
Не.
You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not in this place as in life. Death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
I should have run when I could. I'd be free by now.
Let's move while I can. Neve must be here somewhere.
Охренеть.
I need to time this just right.
Четко.
I see a staircase straight ahead.
Так, спокойненько. Смерть. Охренеть. Что это вообще такое? Какая-то чума непонятная.
Ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Так, наверх.
This is my chance.
Вниз.
I'm coming, Neve. Too many. I must cross this road as fast as I can.
Ух. Что так медленно идешь?
That's where I need to go, but I need to find a way past them.
Возможно, мне надо вон там пройти. А, нет, он отвернулся. Все, валим. Смерть.
Nothing this way, more danger. I need to turn back. There's no getting past them that way. That doorway looks like the only safe way forward. Closed tight. No way but forward, I suppose. Now's my chance.
Оп. Аккуратненько так по стелсику.
That's the way forward. Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Отлично. Мантия-невидимка.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
Отлично. Мантия-невидимка-то огонь.
This is the way forward. Finally free. Now where are you, Neve?
Где черт меня носит? Я вообще не представляю. Так и должно быть? Это загрузка или что? Суть в том, что я ни паузу, ничего не могу нажать. Мне надо куда-то смотреть, мне надо что-то делать. Ни паузы, ни escape, ничего не могу нажать. Ну что, попробуем. Может быть, из-за того, что я прыгнул. Ну да. Из-за того, что я прыгнул в этом скачке, я завис, видимо, должен был вот в такой форме. А я с густком каким-то летал.
You have had one death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
Сейчас будет махач.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
Depulsor, Descendo, Defender, Bombarder.
Так, мне, видимо, туда, да?
Descendo. Depulsor, Bombarder. Defender.
Убил, тебя пропустили. Убил, тебя пропустили. Ух, нормально. Мне нравится. Бомбарда. Десендо. Надо аккуратней с этим. С прыжками. Да, как чересчур силен для этого уровня. Либо так и должно быть. О, привет. Бомбада. Воу! Хорош! Фух. Наш прям напрягся. О! А, убью! Фу, писец. Хорош, нравится. Махачи. А, вон туда. Ты думал, вроде бы открылась, а нифига, я тут пришел просто. Бомбада. Ревелио бомбада. Опять все побелело. Мои глаза. Мои глаза. Но все равно уже хоть что-то другое. Вот жалко, что второе испытание было такое же, как и первое. То есть потому же лабиринт прошел. А? Нет. Нет, почему ты багаешься? Ты не должен багаться, сейчас был. Блять, опять перезаходить придется, ёб твою мать. Ну-ка. В прошлый раз я не мог даже эту кнопку нажать. Пришлось вообще там перезаходить в игру, а тут теперь можно. Хватит богаться. Там-то понятно, почему забагалось, потому что я прыгал с бустком этим. Вон теперь появилась эта фигня. Это уже артефакт? Я с Биг Боссом не буду драться? Ага.
I can't believe she's...
Oh, poor Neve.
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Смерть. Так, ладно. Погнали дальше. Воспоминания. Не. Ой. Блять, опять забагалась. Что, сука? Я не могу нажать... А, вот могу. Фёд, не издевайся надо мной, убью нахрен. Что за дерьмо?
She's gone.
Dear sweet.
Let us always honor her. We won't be the same without her.
Так, все спокойно? Вообще непонятно, что здесь происходит. Мне как бы понятно, но непонятно, почему багается. Там, по идее, я должен был башку опустить в эту чашу, и у меня начались бы воспоминания. А вместо этого ничего не началось. Так, идем медленно. Вот. Может, надо с какой-то стороны другой подойти? Я опять нажал, ничего не происходит. Может, мне не сюда? Да нет, мне точно туда. Тут больше некуда. Ой, блядь, игра. Ненавижу, когда такая хуйня происходит. Все, приехали, прошли игру, считай. Ну, что хочет сказать. Баг был знатный. Короче, мне пришлось аж даже заново запустить миссию. То есть выйти заново зайти. Потому что она должна была вот лежать на могиле, а она у меня стояла. И поэтому какой-то баг был. Это пиздец. Пришлось заново все проходить, все это испытание. Это какой-то... Короче, было неприятно. Потому что я откатывался назад на контрольных точках. И в итоге вот пришлось задание полностью отменить и заново проходить.
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Вот и она со мной идет. Вот так вот. Прикольные баги. Посмотрите на воспоминания Нео.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should. Remember that as you witness my memory.
Так. Возможно, сейчас что-то продолжение будет с той девкой, которая из отца боль. А вот.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable, wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
We don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic.
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
О боже, у нее крыша едет.
Oh, Isadora. This must stop. All of it.
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
И все? Все воспоминания? Блин, а тогда последнее воспоминание будет большое, надеюсь, покажет в итоге, что произошло. Так, где я?
Revelio.
Равелио. Ничего нет. Зал картографии. С новым хранителем? Опа.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed, was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration. I shall require time to confer with the other keepers.
Раньше вы не могли это? Или только...
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills. Oh, and as you've probably guessed by now, your polyjuice plan worked like a charm.
I knew it would. I may have done too good a job distracting Black. I had no idea he can't hold his file.
Напоил директора. Одаренный герой. Именно так. Че мне, левелочек-то дадут? Нио Фиджеральд. Хватит мне? Не хватит. Прям впритык опять. Так, хорошо. Что у нас еще по заданиям есть? Поговорить со Станьте за пределами Хогвартса. Вот, наверное. Купите последнее обновление для метлы о Алби Уикса. А в смысле последнее? Там не то, что последнее, там надо еще предпоследнее купить, а вы меня... Ну ладно. Блин, только не говорите мне, что у меня еще и забагалась метла, потому что если это так, я не люблю вот эти вот, когда... Ладно, там что-то текстурки багаются, еще что-то, но когда вот так все прохождение, это выбивает меня из колеи.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a
Вот, только
special
второе.
price on the broom upgrade for you.
4000? Алло. Карл. Не, копить на них. Да.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Ну ладно. Будем копить. Так, значит, сейчас быстренько сбегаем. Бомбарды. Наверное, вот Нати. Вот она тут как раз. Потому что не хочу длинную серию тоже затягивать, потому что меня что-то выбесило это перепрохождение испытания. Мы сейчас так поговорим с ней, что она там скажет. Это я, пожалуй, заберу.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
С Харлоу?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, She is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Very well. I'll speak with them.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood. Meet me here after you have spoken. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Так, ладно. Сейчас мы по-быстренькому со всеми поговорим. Красиво, да? Зимняя такая погодка. Рождество, все дела. Ага, один внутри. Забираем. О, ничего не вижу.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well.
Миссис Ботвин, смотрим, что вы пересмотрите свое решение касательно материальной помощи. Вам дали достаточно времени, но наше терпение не безгранично. Ваш муж наверняка хочет, чтобы вы поняли всю ценность нашего сотрудничества. Готовы ли вы ответить до конца недели? Этот разговор должен остаться между нами. Ладно, бухну-ка я лучше.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Так. Теперь сюда.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Шапка-невидимка?
Revelio.
Take it, but perhaps it's been here.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you?
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right, but we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man, but even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note when you-know-who. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so
Нормально.
often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take...
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous.
Understood.
Так, и у нас остался последний.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
Что это за звуки были?
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation.
If you had spoken out against him, as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you...
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book as a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate. I had the book beautifully. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Надеюсь, у нее там не будет какая-то длинная это. Ну-ка. Или она все это время просто стояла там, ждала меня?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there.
Да ёлы-палы. Серьезно? И опять туда же? А нельзя сапоги скорохода мне какие-нибудь, чтобы бегать быстрее? Быстрая метла, это, конечно, хорошо. Но когда ты по городу только бегаешь на своих двоих, это плохо.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
Палочка ее?
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken. Revelio.
Ну, погнали. Че, неужели ее там уже это по кругу?
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Accio.
Ага.
A hidden door. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her
Любовное
quickly.
письмо. Найти что-то там еще. Сейчас мы все найдем.
Better be sure I'm not seen.
Ух, нифига их тут. Да, я настолько глуп.
If I likes it, I takes it.
especially quiet, are you?
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Oi. How did I get mixed up in this? Doing Rookwood's work for him? I've had enough of that.
Can't hide from me.
Поставил все. Блин, здесь не пройти. Успею? Ой, меня убили. Ха-ха. Охренеть. Меня в этой игре убили. Как так? Из-за того, что с непривычки, ну, как бы только начинаешь, первая махочка такая. Охренеть. Я умер. Я не знал, что в этой игре можно вообще умереть. О, надо поаккуратнее быть. Ой-ой. Я опять умер. Я понял, вопросов нет. Все. То есть тут надо уже, походу, немного напрячься. Я никак не ожидал, что используя высокое улучшенное героя сможешь сразу... Просто вроде бы она моего уровня это задание было, а тут 30-го, они чуть повыше. Все, вопросов нет. Я напрягаюсь немного. Значит, 30-х я не могу вырубить. Гвендолин Джоу. Ее я тоже не смогу вырубить. То есть мне надо двоих еще выключить, да? Вот того и вот того.
They don't seem to care for me in Hogsmeade. Can't say I blame them, what with all I've done there.
Либо просто начать бить.
They teach the dark arts at other schools. Why should Hogwarts be any different?
I see you.
В смысле?
Expelliarmus, Bombarda, Defender, Revelio, Descendo,
Next Reductor.
Expelliarmus, Confringo, Accio,
Получай.
Descendo, Bombarda, Expelliarmus,
Вау. Да, я немножко это... В управлении...
How dare you do such a thing to me?
Bombarda.
Вот так.
Revelio.
Так, что мне надо найти? Надо найти еще любовное письмо мне надо. Я ничего не вижу.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos.
Так, ладненько. Не хотел серию растягивать, в итоге придется растянуть опять.
Lumos.
Так, ладно, а где тут что-то только наверх, да, у нас? Вот там что-то есть. А вот денежки, надо потому что все собрать, надо найти письмецо. Как можно больше предметов надо найти, чтобы продать это все потом.
Revelio. It must be here somewhere. Incendio. Ringo. Bombard. Expelliarmus.
Hey, that's mine!
Descendo.
Incendio! Expulso!
Arresto momentum. Ringo.
Might want to look out! That's mine!
Levioso. Protego.
Look what you've done! You pay for that!
Ты где? Охренеть. Охренеть, просто вот так вот в одного, когда заливаешь, это просто жесть. Когда один сильно остается, такой бедняга вообще.
Revelio. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you.
Aloha Mora.
Speak to Mr. Ray.
Надеюсь, здесь будет письмецо. Нет.
Revelio.
Mr. Rabe,
Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being
Хочу
broken.
себе заклятие на ликвидацию.
Revelio.
Так, ну у нас вопрос в том, что я не нашел любовное письмо от Дибла.
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
Я не спорю, но...
Revelio.
Где может быть это письмецо, а? Так-то бы хотелось все найти. Так. Может быть, оно где-то еще впереди, конечно. А вот, дорогого-то я все, вот. Все, можно уходить. Где я? Тьма такая. Видимо, сейчас на выходе будет Махач. А хотя на выходе уже город, какой Махач там будет. Давай, давай, такая злобная она. Давай, давай. Прям чувствуется злоба в голосе.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that.
Может, она с
As
ними
for the
работает?
two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
Ну ты не чешешься, а я улыблюсь. От властей мало толку.
With all due
В
respect,
нашей стране такого нельзя
the
говорить, но там можно.
authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natsai, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me.
Вы еще со мной разговариваете? Ну вот, как-то так. Когда я выучу абракадабру, мне уже не нужно будет никакие доказательства. У меня просто будет абракадабра. Вот, ну вот как-то такая у нас серия получилась, конечно, с этим испытанием, потому что мне пришлось перепройти, чтобы баг этот убрать. Это было неприятно, прям вообще очень неприятно. Вот, но в целом нормально. Мне нравится то, что на третье хотя бы испытания они немножко исправили, чтобы не повторяться. А то первые два были просто, ну, одинаковые. Вот. А что у нас? Чтобы разблокировать этот талант, необходимо уметь использовать Аваду Кеваду. Я не знаю, стоит ли сейчас учить или положим после использования, скажем, успешно накладывать проклятие. Чары, вот это мне не надо. Оказывается, тот же эффект, что и проклятие. Проклятие получает повышенный урон. Эспелярмус. Эспелярмус это что? Это я. Империя. Круцо. Авада Кевада. Короче, ладно, потом разберусь. В общем, в следующей серии мы, наверное, уже отправимся по главному заданию. Хотя, Себастьян за предел... у нас есть эти, типа, такие, не то чтобы главные, но взаимоотношения. Так что, возможно, их сначала пройдем, а потом уже отправимся. Но надо будет все это идентифицировать, если что-то это поменять и продать, потому что мне нужна метла, а у меня всего 2000 денег. Ну что, а на этом я с вами прощаюсь. Как не скучайте, и увидимся в новых видео. Пока-пока.